Okay, let's be honest. We all do it. You're lying in bed, it's late, and you're just scrolling and scrolling on your phone. And maybe you've seen those ads for blue light blocking glasses and wondered, do those things actually work? Well, today we're going to dig into the real science. And believe me, the answer is way more interesting than you'd expect. I mean, think about it. We live in a world of glowing rectangles. From the second our alarm goes off in the morning to the minute we finally put our phones down at night, we are just soaked in the light from our screens. Our phones, laptops, TVs, you name it. It just feels normal now. But here's the thing, and it's a huge thing. Our biology has not caught up to our technology, not even close. For thousands and thousands of years, our bodies relied on one super simple signal to know when it was time to wind down: the sun going down and everything getting dark. Our modern world has just completely thrown a wrench in that ancient system. And the results of that? They're staggering. Somewhere between a third and a full half of all adults report having symptoms of insomnia. That's a massive number of people who are tired, struggling to get through the day, and just desperate for a decent night's sleep. So it makes you wonder, right? Could the key to fixing our sleep problems not be in some new pill or fancy mattress, but in just understanding the very light that's keeping us all awake? To really get to the bottom of this, we first need to take a look under the hood. We've got to understand this incredible, hidden system that's running your life right this very second. It's called your circadian rhythm. Now, you can just think of it as your body's own internal master clock. It's this 24-hour cycle that tells you when to feel awake and alert and when to power down for the night. And what's the most powerful cue for setting that clock? You guessed it: light. Now, this is where it gets really cool. For the longest time, we thought our eyes just had two kinds of cells for sensing light. Rods and cones, the things that let us see. But then, in 1998, scientists found a third kind. These cells, and it's a mouthful, are called iPRGCs. They're not really for vision. No, their job is to act like a direct hotline to your brain's master clock. And they are super, super sensitive to one particular color of light. And that color is blue light. Specifically, light in that 460 to 480 nanometer range. And what kind of light do our phones, our tablets, our LED screens just pump out? Yep, that exact kind of blue light. This is a direct biological trigger we're looking at all night long. So here's exactly how our nighttime signal gets scrambled. At night, when you should be winding down, you're looking at your phone. That blue light hits those special iPRG cells in your eyes, and they fire off a powerful message to your brain that basically screams, "Hey, it's daytime, wake up." And what does your brain do? It hits the brakes hard on producing melatonin. Melatonin is the sleep gate hormone. It's what tells your entire body it's time for bed. So your body is getting these bright, sunny, noontime signals even when it's pitch black outside. Which, of course, brings us to the most logical question in the world. If blue light is the problem, could something as simple as a pair of glasses that filters it out actually be the solution? Let's see what the science says. Okay, so researchers set up this absolutely brilliant study. They took a group of people who had insomnia and split them in two. For 2 hours before bed, one group wore these amber-tinted glasses, the real deal, designed to block that specific blue light. The other group, they wore glasses that looked 100% identical, but they were a placebo. Just clear lenses that did absolutely nothing. This is the gold standard for a reason. And the results? They were pretty amazing. After just 1 week, the group wearing the real blue-blocking glasses, the amber ones, reported huge improvements all over the place. Their sleep quality was better, they actually slept for longer, and they just felt better overall. It was a total clear-cut win for the amber lenses. In fact, the scientists who ran the study were so convinced, they wrote this. They called amber lenses a safe, affordable, and easily implemented solution for insomnia. So, case closed, right? Everybody should just buy amber glasses. Well, it's not quite that simple. See, this is where the story gets a little more complicated. And it's a detail that almost everyone misses. Because when other scientists looked at all the different studies on blue-blocking glasses together, the picture got a bit fuzzy. A bigger, more comprehensive review of all the research came to this conclusion. The evidence was mixed. Some studies found they worked. Others found they didn't do anything at all. So what gives? Why would one really good study show such great results, while the field as a whole was so inconsistent? Well, the answer is actually in the glasses themselves. It turns out the term blue blocking is a marketing phrase that gets slapped on pretty much everything, from those dark orange lenses to the ones that look perfectly clear, and their actual effectiveness is all over the map.
This is exactly why we needed a better way to measure this. So scientists developed a new scientific standard. It's called melanopic daylight filtering density, or just MDFD for short. You can forget all the marketing hype. MDFD is one simple number that tells you how effective a lens actually is at blocking the specific blue light that messes with your internal clock.
And when you look at it this way, the difference is night and day. See those common, clear computer glasses a lot of people wear? Their MDFD score is less than 1. That's considered physiologically insignificant. They just don't block enough of the right light to make a real difference to your brain. But the amber and orange lenses, like the ones from that successful study, their MDFD score is 1 or higher. That is a physiologically meaningful difference.
All right, so now we finally have the key. It's not about whether glasses are just blue blockers, it's about whether they have a high enough MDFD score. And with that knowledge, we can actually make an informed choice.
So here's a super simple guide. Those clear lenses? Probably not going to help your sleep much, if at all. The yellow or light amber lenses? Those have an MDFD between 1 and 2. They're effective. They're kind of the sweet spot. And the really dark amber or orange lenses? They're very effective. But they can also make everything pretty dim, which might not be practical for whatever you're doing.
But really, the big takeaway here isn't just about glasses. It's about having a smarter strategy for light all day long. During the day, you want to do the opposite of what you do at night. Get outside, get tons of bright, natural light. That anchors your clock. Then, in the 2 or 3 hours before bed, that's your window to either ditch the screens or put on some effective blue blockers. And finally, at night, your bedroom should be a cave, as dark as you can possibly make it.
So, do blue blocking glasses work? Yes, they absolutely can work, but only if they're the right kind. And this all leads to a much bigger idea, right? We've spent so much time talking about blocking the light that harms our sleep, but what if we started thinking about how to better use the light that can actually heal it? How can we use light intentionally to our advantage? That's definitely something to sleep on. Thanks for joining me.